I want to be able to see the flat shading on here so I better understand the structure. Go to object mode for a moment. This way you can right click on the object to pull up this menu and select Shade Flat. And this shows the faceted version of the character, which shows you where the vertices are and the faces. Going back to sculpt mode, I'm going to start smoothing out the character. Inflate brush or the grab brush, either one would be fine. You hold down the shift spacebar, that pulls up the various brushes at your cursor's location, then you can select it from there. So shift spacebar, and I'm going to select the G, which is the grab brush. Pressing down the shift key will start to smooth out your character. And this is why wherever you're building a character, you have to get the volume correct, the proportions correct to your vision. You don't have to worry so much about the exact contours of the character, where the muscles are, just the general contours. And this way you can come back and using smooth or grab or inflate, really define your character in the look that way. Let me just make the shoulders real big like that because I want to show how this looks in Maya. So let's smooth out and we could do a side-by-side comparison. I'm doing no real work on this. You should import some reference materials into the background by just dragging an image and dropping it into the viewport. I'll undo that, definitely. Let's inflate the head. Maybe you want a very big head-like character. So using the inflate tool, going over the head like this. Not adding any new vertices. So it comes a point where it might hit a spiky area. Come back, smooth it out a little bit. And then I'm going to increase the brush size by pressing the F key. Now, if you didn't see symmetry, I should cover that a little earlier on, but you're watching the video first. Make sure your symmetry is turned on here along the X, Y, or Z axis. I selected the X axis, and that's why the brush sails across both sides after setting the point of symmetry. Okay, let's really distort this character. All right. Character has a lot more visual weight towards the bottom, puffing up the legs and pants. Maybe the pants are loose like this. I could envision overalls on this character. I'll leave the sleeves a little cleaner like this for this moment. Without doing anything else, let's take a look at this character in Maya. I'm going to go back to object mode, selecting this object, File, Export FBX, calling it Larry, is it Larry 5? I think it is Larry 5. Export FBX. Jumping back into Maya, now import Larry as a comparison. File, import. And Larry's a lot bigger because I scaled it up in Blender. Let me scale Larry down and move him for a side-by-side comparison. So press 1 key here. So taking this object and reshaped it into this object. The next refinement will be around the face to add some more details. I'm going to select the face like this. just make it easy. Start here and go into Mesh Smooth just for the face. Undo. Go to Mesh Smooth. Open a little flyout box. Undo. Go to Mesh Smooth. And that just increased the number of vertices and faces here. And then take 4 and then